Alright, here we go into set number 1. NightEagles versus AVANTE-GARDE. A phenomenal matchup we have right here. This is actually in the open season, right? So going way back, me and Philip, we would always talk about how the finals for the open season were most likely going to be NightEagles versus AVANTE-GARDE, just due to the fact of how well they were performing back then. And this is a matchup I've been wanting to see since I started casting World of Tanks, and I finally get to see it right here, right now. And another awesome thing about this is that we're so far into the competitive scene of World of Tanks that a lot of strategies and a lot of plays have evolved and become very diverse. So now, you know, when we first saw teams play on Airfield, almost 99% of the time we would see both teams go for that northern pass, the northern edge of the map where those rocks are. But nowadays we see a lot of teams go for the hill, and look at that nice damage going down to getting dealt onto the N60 there, getting taken down to almost half health right there. But as I was saying, but now we see a lot of teams really utilize this hill area, kind of in the south central area of the map, and only sometimes do we actually see teams go for that northern pass. So really the strategies on this map have really evolved, and I really like this what this scene has actually come to.
Yeah, I mean, you see AVANTE-GARDE here, they went for a really heavy tank setup. This map is so big, but still, like, there are so many little corridors and hills and passages you can use. Like this one straightaway down here in the south, like they have 2-3 of their heavy tanks back there just providing the cover fire, and then of course the one light tank and the one heavy tank up here as well to try to push forward and get some damage on. They did do a bunch of damage to, I believe it was N60 there in that T69. So AVANTE-GARDE right away taking a bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, so AVANTE-GARDE, their strategy right now with those 3 MX-50s, of course, is keep those MX-50s back near the base, up on the high ground as long-range snipers, and then use the T32 and the WZ-132 just as scouts and as frontline tanks to just provide vision for those AMX-50s. And on the opposing side, NightEagles, you're taking a look at their lineup right now and their positions. They have all pretty much gone to that hill area. They have they really want to have control of that, but they have to be careful because of those AMX-50s, and they know that, and that's why they're actually not pushing up the hill, because once they make it up the hill, they're going to be susceptible to all those AMX-50 fires.
Yeah, that is so scary. That is so dangerous. I really want to see what NightEagles will do to try to push out of this. You know, they have a pretty good position on the hill, but like you said before, if they go up the hill, you have all those AMX-50 snipers, like so much fire will rain down on your team. Like you got to do something. You got to do some poke damage first.
It's like a hail of archers.
Yeah, a hail of archers from the back.
Fire
like,
on you.
They're all the way back there, so protected, like all the way on top of the hill. Like it's gonna be rough for them, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, the NightEagles, they do have a better front line setup than AVANTE-GARDE. So if it comes down to like a really close range engagement where, you know, both teams are just in their faces, like in each other's faces, definitely an advantage will have to go to the NightEagles just because of those T69s and those T32s. But I mean, if the NightEagles like never decide to push and just kind of go for these long range engagements, then definitely advantage has to go to AVANTE-GARDE.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
it's really going to come down to how these teams want to engage each other right now. I mean, I'm pretty sure AVANTE-GARDE are just content on sitting back and waiting for the NightEagles to push, because in all honesty, the NightEagles eventually, they're most likely going to they're gonna try and push somewhere eventually. I mean, even if it is like the last minute or so, they're eventually gonna try to make something happen. So I mean, it's really gonna come down to if AVANTE-GARDE are willing to engage them before that. If they're willing to actually come out from their starting position and then come out to that either central hill area or the northern pass. So really, it's all in AVANTE-GARDE's playing field right now. I mean, even though this is not at all, like this set isn't at all in their control, like complete control, at the same time, how this set plays out is really up to them.
Yeah, I mean, they have those AMX-50s, they have 3 of them. Like, I can see them just waiting here, and if they want to go for a push, if they're going to make that decision, they could go towards that northern pass and try to use the hill, try to rain shots. There are a lot of positions up there where you can rain down fire as well, kind of similar to what they're trying to do in the back area right now. But honestly, AVANTE-GARDE, they're kind of a passive team like we've seen in the past. Like, I don't see them moving from here. They just have a really nice position. They're just sending this one light tank and blade just back and forth, trying to rain down some fire, poke some damage. And I don't know. I think it's going to be up to NightEagles here to make something happen.
Yeah, but is it a T1 engagement actually? No, it's actually CKSBB over here in the northwestern corner of the map, trying to take out that T1, but the T1 actually manages to get away, so nice job by him. Yeah, CKSV way up here. He's actually quite deep into enemy territory right now. He has to be careful, and he should be making his way back towards his side of the map, because the longer he stays there, eventually AVANTE-GARDE are going to take him out. So wisely enough, he's not going to back out maybe, but he is going to take a little bit more cover.
Yeah, and that would be devastating. Like, imagine if they just took him out. That is a tier 8 tank in that light tank. And you would just be down, and NightEagles would be forced to push into this huge defensive setup that AVANTE-GARDE does have, and that would just be devastating. So
yep, exactly. But right now, NightEagles are doing a pretty good job of stemming the tides right now. They're really retaliating damage. Look at Blade taking so much damage right there. Taking down, same N60 though, N60. Oh, Blade solo, one shot. Will take out Blade. Oh. Look at that, 57 health right there. He does manage to make it out, because of the fairly slow reloading time of that T-32, but I mean, nice job by him. If he had gotten taken out there, I really don't know what AVANTE-GARDE could have actually done, because, I mean, since AVANTE-GARDE have 3 MX-50s, it's really hard for them. If they lose even one, either the T-32 or the WZ-132, they're gonna have a really hard time of getting vision on the NightEagle members. So if they lose, if either Blade or Griffin go down, AVANTE are gonna be in a really, really tough position.
Yeah, I mean, AVANTE-GARDE, they are relying on those front scouts. You know, you gotta have that vision. You have to have that Blade.
Oh, TranksAsia, look at that. TranksAsia taking some damage. So I don't know, man. Honestly, AVANTE-GARDE have now taken way more damage than NightEagles.
Yeah, I mean, NightEagles doing it well. They're poking. This is what they had to do. They have to take out some of the defenses, some of the forward tanks. That one light tank was in a bit of a bad
look at that, look at that. Oh, TranksAsia is gonna get taken out soon. Yeah, CKSV, he spotted that, and he's going to try and go and finish that off, but oh my, TranksAsia actually gets taken out by Luna Maria there. So Luna Maria finishing that off. A tier 8 goes down, the first tier of the game, the first tank actually going down right there on AVANTE-GARDE side, so first blood will be drawn. And yeah, NightEagles still content on doing this long-range engagement because it has been working out for them so far, and great job by them. Honestly, like early on, I had to give the advantage to AVANTE-GARDE because of those MX-50s and how good they are at long range. But I mean, honestly, just NightEagles are just doing a much better job of landing shots.
Yeah, I mean, this is NightEagles' strategy here. They know, they feel confident. They know they're the better team. They try to just go on these head-on engagements. They didn't go up the hill and try to do some kind of really aggressive thing. They just go up the hill, try to get a shot down, and go back down the hill. You know, using your cover, using your position. They had that one medium tank up on the hill that got Blade solo and almost got him down. Yeah. And it was kind of like a triangle fire from both sides, and that snowballed stuff. You got the light tank out of the middle. Then they took better position in the middle. They were able to take out that heavy tank and towards the top there. Yeah, and they used it to their advantage. They slowly snowball, and that's what I like about NightEagles all the time.
Definitely, and that's actually what they're doing right now. Is they're slowly creeping. They're slowly pushing onto the AVANTE-GARDE team right now. They're slowly kind of setting their net, as I like to say, around the AVANTE-GARDE members, and eventually they're just gonna completely surround them and then close in and then go for the kill. So yeah, look at AVANTE-Blade. Look how low AVANTE-Blade is right now. He's down to 57% or 57 health. He did manage to take out a T1 before he's inevitably going to go down quite soon. Yeah, look at Audio going to try and finish him off.
Yeah, Audio's going to come in here.
Yeah, he actually has like three tanks headed in his direction. He does have the cover fire from Griffin, so yeah, Griffin doing a nice job. Griffin actually in his T-32. Yeah, he is blocked. He's not allowing Audio to finish off Blade. Yeah,
Blade got out of there pretty nicely. Griffin with the nice protection maneuver there and got him out of the way.
Yeah, but Luna Marie is not scared of this because they know that they have 3 members against the 2 right now. And yeah, CKSV also moving over here, and a possible push coming up from AVANTE-GARDE. They realize that if they just sit back, eventually too much damage is going to be dealt onto them, and then even a push won't work at all. So they're just going to go in for the push right now because, I mean, they would rather be only 1 tank down than 2 or 3. And when they're only 1 tank down, it's better to push then than to either take more damage or even lose another tank and then push and then have absolutely 0 chance of coming back in this set. So I like this move coming up from AVANTE-GARDE. They are pushing up that northern edge of the map, and Chen right now, NightEagles are going to try and finish off Griffin and Blade.
Griffin doing a lot of damage, but he's getting surrounded. There's too many tanks here. I think he's going to be taken out. If he does take one down with him, it would be good,
Blade
but
goes
they
down.
do take down Blade, so...
Yeah, Blade goes down. Griffin going to follow quite shortly after. And yeah, those 2 AMF-50, Zeniel and Bingo Bongo, they were up there towards the northern pass. I mean, I don't know if they're going to go for a base capture or if they're going for a flank. I don't know exactly what they can do, but I mean, right now there's nothing they can do anymore.
They're just trying to make something happen. There's only 12, 11 seconds
Yeah, look at
now.
that. They're coming in.
They're trying to take some tank outs, but they're already down 3, so I'm not sure.
I mean, if Zen Yelder and Bingo Bongo were gonna go for a push, they